Nothing to worry about, Sean, just the water being a bit cold, don't swear, and aim at his face.
He's in shorts! He's actually wearing swimming trunks.
I know. He's got like a spare supply of clothes under his work desk, which he just wears for this, because it gets pretty wet down there.
I've got the pants that have probably dried out from Tuesday if yours get too wet.
Oh, that's nice.
Much.
What, the ones that have been like? Oh, that's disgusting.
Why?
Well, because they haven't been in the wash. They've just dried out from the last game. That's horrible. You're such a boy.
That's fine.
Okay, right. So if you do need them, Sean, let us know at the end. Okay, so Sean Walsh is playing Innuendo Bingo. Let us know what's going on. If you're watching for the first time today, I hope he finds these funny.
Remember what I said about the rules, Sean, okay?
Yes.
It will be cold.
Oh, I've got gas.
Don't do that.
No.
Oh, no, not at the same time.
No.
That could be a problem.
Right.
We start on the classic car show on Channel 5.
Ready?
Right.
Just fill your cheeks.
Whoa. That's not happened before.
Is that allowed?
What's happened?
He's just poured a cup of water over his own head.
I've warmed up.
He's done what you know when you go to the swimming pool and you just have to get right involved at some point.
That's what he's just done.
And I've just realised my jeans are soaking wet.
Yeah, but it won't be as much of a shock now when he hits you first time. We're starting on the classic car show on Channel 5. Quentin Wilson lets us know how he entices people to buy his second-hand cars.
This is a December 59 Austin. I bought this on eBay, yes really, for £2,700. Restored it, but since I have been beating off groups of buyers waving checkbooks.
Everything's fine, see? Just a little one to get you started there. I didn't know whether you were going to go or not.
But since I have been beating off groups of buyers...
Kat emailed me that one, thanks Kat. And now a recent one I think that Sean will enjoy. We're going over to BBC Radio 4 and they're discussing the works of art that get displayed on the 4th plinth in Trafalgar Square. One work in particular has really divided opinion. And I'm not surprised.
Some people would argue that the sort of art that has been there on that plinth, for instance, is exactly the sort of thing that alienates audiences, that baffles people, that makes people think, why are we spending money on... currently, Katharina Fritsch, the artist, has a giant blue cock standing on there.
Oh, God! That's... So, pouring the water over my head did not prepare me for that.
Currently, Katharina Fritsch, the artist, has a giant blue cock standing on there.
What is this?
A lot to take in, that giant blue cockerel there in Trafalgar Square.
Play the game, Sean.
Sean, make sure you get him back, please. Because that was a low blow. Chris, you soaked him there. Now over to... I know, I'm sorry. It's still a shock, obviously.
No, my nose is blocked, so I can't breathe from my nose. I've just dribbled water all down myself.
It's like you've been to the dentist.
Yes.
Over to the One Show now on Tuesday night, and Sir Bruce Forsyth was their guest. All-time lower outside. Hi. And Brucey's entrance onto the show has reminded him of an old story from Brucey's showbiz past.
Wow, that reminded me of a show I did once with the girls all in with their tights, you know.
Oh, yeah.
With their legs apart like that, and I came right through the middle of them. Very, very similar.
Brucey there with some tales from the past. Still got it after all these years.
That wasn't Innuendo. That was just him telling you what happened.
He knows how to make an entrance.
Their legs apart like that, and I came right through the middle of them.
Oh, my word.
Very, very similar.
Right.
I love Brucey. Thank you, Sophie in Liverpool, for spotting that one. Let's go back to Radio 4 now for an episode of The Archers. Adam seems to have interrupted Tim at just the wrong time.
Morning, Adam. I'm sorry, I didn't realise you had a big job on.
Oh, don't worry. You came just at the right time.
I keep forgetting it's going to happen to me. I'm concentrating on the innuendo, and then you spit on me.
Constant fire. Andrew heard that one and enjoyed it.
Morning, Adam. I'm sorry, I didn't realise you had a big job on.
Oh, don't worry. You came just at the right time.
And now, a classic from Simon Mayo on Radio 2, Water Please. Now, as we join Simon, he's reading out an email from a listener. Now, Simon really should read these emails first before going on air, I think, because this guy's wife would have not wanted this read out on air. Simon, in future, read your emails before the show.
Bought a couple of bottles of bottle-conditioned stout from the market for myself and went to a cheese stall to get something for my wife. Now, she's partial to a bit of blue vein.
I've forgotten that one.
It's been on before. She loves a bit of blue-veined cheese.
Went to a cheese stall to get something for my wife. Now, she's partial to a bit of blue vein.
Now we're staying at Radio 2. Now
I've
this
got to
week...
get on a tube.
I know, sorry.
I'm going to be on the Central line.
I'm sorry.
Like this.
It's fine.
Lisa Tarbuck over on Radio 2 has been covering for Simon Mayo this week. I wonder if she's partial to a bit of blue vein.
You're right, you do want to swear, and you can't.
I know. Now this one, lads, I'll let you know, it's a long clip and you might need to refill. I'm going to keep the clips firing at you, so once you spit, immediately refill, please. Sean, yes?
Okay, let me just... There you go.
There we are. Got him back there. Chris is soaked now.
Chucked a cup of water on him. Thank you.
So, remember, refill each time.
Okay.
So with summer approaching, Lisa's got a guest on to give her some tips on how she should prepare for the hot weather.
Many people do want to do some trimming, and indeed some bushes are best trimmed now and during the spring months.
It's true. Here's another one.
We start off with a generic piece of advice, which is wherever possible, avoid doing bush trimming between March and August, because that's the key breeding season.
Refill. I really hope Lisa Tarbuck was making notes here.
It's a case that if you do have to do it, go in with caution. Watch first to see if there are birds going in and out.
And there's more. Refill.
And indeed, gently part the bushes and the branches to find out whether there is a nest in there. And if there is, then that's the point to stand well back and let nature take its course, and the bush can be trimmed a little bit later.
Oh, I hear that.
John and Each Dulwich, thank you for that. Thanks, John.
This is... I feel like I've gone for a car wash.
It's
and
insane,
I
know.
Car.
Avoid doing bush trimming between March and August, because that's the key breeding season.
Mm-hmm. And that's how to do your springtime gardening.
It's a tiny bit wetter than you think it's going to be, isn't it?
I just...
That little burp then.
Sorry. That happened. I thought that was going to be a burp that is internal.
It's okay.
You know when you... okay. Sorry.
That was good, though. A bit of springtime gardening advice there, and how you can do it without scaring away any wildlife.
Look at this.
Now, another classic, finally, from A Cook Abroad on BBC Two. Rachel Koo is in Malaysia, and poor Rachel has been caught out by one of the native traditions.
Before I leave, the village headman is determined to see if I can shoot his blowpipe.
Rachel wasn't expecting that, really.
The village headman is determined to see if I can shoot his blowpipe.
Can we do one more?
Of course. Mm-hmm.
This lady's having terrible trouble over on the cube.
The gap between the balls and the...
Yes, Chris. Chris, come on. That's it, Sean.
What is that?
Get him back.
Unbelievable.
Hang on, one more. Refill. See if you can get through it, Chris, because I know it's one of your favourites. Is he literally just throwing water over you now? Stop it, lads.
Right, sorry.
Lads.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Has no one ever done that to you before?
Oh, Chris.
I'm actually cold. I'm shivering.
Stop pouring water over me then.
Sorry.
One more.
Are you angry?
No. This lady doesn't know what to do on the cube.
The gap between the balls and the hole seems a lot further than what it did out there.
Often it looks that way. And that was today's Innuendo Bingo with Sean Walsh.
Well played, mate.
That was great. And
Well
good.
done.
I'm glad you poured it on Chris at the end, because sometimes he's just not wet enough.